project Logic. For a very long time, I have, in my spare time, wanted to know more about logic. I would go looking for a work on it that was not pure mush, but have yet to find one. We have a well-defined grammar matrix, therefore, any author should be able to use it to write on any topic, for better or worse. I have, however, not only found worse, but something which should never occur to a rational mind. I find authors whining that our grammar systems are not good enough, that there are ideas which cannot be expressed within their purview. How, when one has two, and only two parts of speech, which produces four categories of grammar, that is, our grammar matrix, can that be possible? How can you claim that each system of grammar is capable of complete induction and deduction, and yet then claim that it is not complete? So, you find constantly authors claiming to reinvent grammar, and their invention involves nothing more than renaming names, and the whole affair of their behavior being absurd, totally not only escapes them, but escapes mankind in general. These morons and Wittgensteins are called geniuses for their obvious stupidity. How can anybody, with an ounce of intelligence, claim such nonsense as this person's logic, or that person's logic, as if logic were some kind of ice cream that came in any flavor you wanted to mix up in a kitchen? Goddamned, why do such morons expect to be suffered? The answer is, however, obvious. The human race is still proto-linguistic. Grammar, what it is, why it is, and how to effect it is not clear in their mind. Language is universal and intelligible, while grammar is particular and perceptible. In other words, language is the defining class, and grammar systems are simply members of that class. What this means is that nobody invented language. It is a universal constant, derived from what a thing is objectively, some material within some limits. This, as Plato noted, is dialectical, speakable in pairs of two, or what we call binary in grammar systems. Grammar systems then are used to take advantage of four methods of effecting this binary recursively. We surely invent symbol sets, but we do not invent any system of grammar. We simply have the intelligence to use what is given, or we do not. The belief that we can invent grammar is simply symptomatic of someone suffering delusions of grandeur. We learn to say what we see, and shun our own delusions and wanderings off into the banana sphere. If we cannot control ourselves, what makes anyone believe that we can control something else? Plato had his avatar Socrates ask that very same question in dialogue. Language is intelligible, while grammar is perceptible. If you do not have the intelligence to simply multiply the two intelligible parts of language by the two perceptible parts of grammar, then you simply do not have it. 2 times 2 equals 4, for those who can do the math. These four have historical names: common grammar, arithmetic, algebra and geometry. So, we can choose to speak of logic in common grammar, as most do. However, to illustrate it we use one of the other systems of grammar, arithmetic, algebra or geometry to do so. We do not say that these are incompetent, which is an anthropomorphism. We show, or we hide, that we are incompetent. We have two parts of speech, the relative and correlative. It has historically been divided, at least hazily so, that mathematics deals with the relative, while logic the correlative. One of the things this means to me, is that my codex is only halfway done. Let me show you why. Logic deals with the correlative, and as Plato noted, we have equal to, less than and greater than, or three logical states. We can demonstrate this in our metagrammar of geometry, just like you have been watching as I have been pitching my bitch. What is needed is to show how to use this information in pairing it to common grammar. This is my project Logic. Now, being a bit simple-minded, it has taken me over 4 decades to produce my work in metagrammar showing how to effect mathematics in it, and I have shown a bit of logic in that work also, but now, I have to actually develop the logic, which means I have to learn and then show that work too. I have been searching, over the decades, for some lady to aid me in that work, hoping that by multiplying two wits together, we could produce something greater than the both of us, but to no avail. I have absolutely no faith left in me towards that end, but I sorely dread what I must now push myself to do. Grow a damned brain. If you wish a physical example of multiplying binaries, you have the example in radio waves. When you mix them, you get the sum, the difference, and the original two frequencies. We have had that example even before the computer age.
False words are not only evil in themselves, but they infect the mind with evil. Phaedo by Plato,